Good afternoon. Today I got something that I've got a couple different bottles of it. This is aged blue corn whiskey. Not a couple different bottles of this, but of Wood Hat Spirits. Wood Hat Spirits is a Missouri company. This is 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof, and aged for a minimum of 1 year in small barrels. So small barrels ages quicker than large barrels. We don't know the size of the barrels or anything like this. And this comes from New Florence, Missouri. This is batch number 14. So I'm not sure how old or new that is, or if they even still make this product, to tell you the truth. Humans have made food from this corn for centuries and have selected it for their own taste rather than high yields for livestock. Although costly, its unique characteristics impart a sweet, nutty flavor like any other. To age this whiskey, we selected white oak staves that were aged outside for 3 years to make our barrels. Finally, we toasted the barrel rather than char it, and to bring it out a more subtle flavors of the oak. The result is a quality whiskey with a uniquely complex flavor. And I've already had some, as you can tell. And it's an interesting product, and I'll leave it kind of at that until we get more into it. But anyway, it's nice. It's kind of local. I mean, Missouri's just a state over. It's not like coming from Tennessee or Scotland or Kentucky or wherever else. This is a close to local product for me. And the first thing on the nose, I get a cola note. It's a slight cherry cola note of all the weird things you can get. It's just so slight, but it's so ever present. The nose overall is pretty light. 40%. We're going to let it swirl it a little bit and let it settle again. I'm going to give another nose to it. The legs run medium fast. I still get that cola note. I get an oak note in the background. The underlying corn note, a very sweet corn note. And some vanilla in there. Cheers. %, relatively no burn. You get the cola note. But now in the palate, an earthy corn note comes into play. An earthiness that I really didn't get on the nose. Still get the cola. A little bit of that slight cherry note in there. That's all kind of fading into the background. Some vanillas. That earthy corn note does rise to be more prominent in the profile. It's got a nice, it holds its body well for 40%. And it's actually got a nice color to it. I mean, it's not, doesn't look like another corn whiskey I know. I'm not talking about moonshine. I'm talking about a Bottled in Bond product, actually. That's very cheap. Don't remember what I paid for. I'm going to say $20, $30. Upper 20s, $30 range. It's had a good medium to long finish on it. This hung around. Not very bold in anything it does. It would be interesting to see this at a little higher percentage. But as an overall basic drinking corn whiskey, it's decent. It really is a decent drinking whiskey. And for that, I'll give it a 40. No, not a 40. I'm thinking a percentage of alcohol. But I'll give it an 84. I'll give it a low to middle B. Because it's not gonna, there's nothing really bad. There's no detractors in it that I can. The earthiness is a little bit strange. Some people may find it off-putting, but I think it has to do with the strain of corn they used. The nuttiness of it all, maybe that's the cola note I'm getting in it, but there's no like walnuts or acorns or anything like that that I can put in that. Chestnuts, whatever I've had in the past, almonds, I can't tailor it down to a nut species. So I'm going to say more of that earthy note that comes through is probably a latent nutty note that's, I don't know. But if that doesn't, the only way you're going to know is to try it. But to me, it's not bad. And I've enjoyed it quite a bit down to there. It's not a bad drinking whiskey at all. Anyway, I've said enough. 84 is a good score for what this is, a corn whiskey wise. Remember, the spirit in your glass ain't running from you. Take your time, sip it, and enjoy it. You'll be better for it, as will we all. And for a corn whiskey, this is really a pretty good product. There's not much wrong with that. Just wish it was 45% ABV or higher. I think that would probably help it a lot. Maybe an extra 6 months in them little barrels won't hurt either. Everybody, talk to you later.